Miss Tammy. Tammy, if you could please call the roll. Here.
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 Present.
Here.
We do have a quorum. If you would please join us in the opening prayer, the pledge, and the official salute to the flag. We're going to do the prayer first. Heavenly Father, first and foremost, we want to thank you for the moisture that you have blessed us with, and we ask that you continue to quench the thirst of these dry lands. We also thank you for the opportunity that has been given us to serve our community through this meeting. We ask to give us vision to see the long-term impact of our choices and courage to make difficult but necessary decisions. May our efforts today lay a foundation for a community that is safe, vibrant, and welcome to all. Guide our hearts and minds so that our service honors those we represent. In Jesus' holy name we pray. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag, the state of New Mexico, the Zeta symbol of perfect friendships among united cultures. Thank you. The first item on the agenda is the approval of the minutes. I personally have some adjustments. Does anybody else have any before I go?
There's only one I saw, but I'm sure you probably saw it too. So I'll let you go.
Okay, so on the header of the minutes, the date July 6th, 2026, you don't need the TH after the 6th. On the roll call, Zoom should be capitalized. Mr. Christensen's name needs to be verified, the spelling.
It's Ian.
Mr. Davis is listed on there twice. We need to remove one of those. On the approval of minutes, it says that it is for May 4th, 2026. It should be July 6th, 2026. And that is both areas that it is mentioned. On the transfer station, we had a motion by a Mr. I believe that needed to be Mr. Crandall. And Mr. Cole seconded that.
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Okay. Recommendation for the inspection fee ordinance. I'm not too sure on the wording, so I'm just gonna give you my thoughts. It says that Miss McClellan gave and explained the fee of $50. That doesn't sound right. I think it says explained that the fee, and then if you go past the fee for commercial, it says will for each inspection. I think it should be will be for, or my second recommendation would be she gave an explanation that and then at the end of the fees will be for. Those are just my items. And then a little further down, it says if the property is no charges, if it is no fees. I think that has to be if the property is not cleaned, then fees will begin to incur. If the property is not cleaned, then fees will begin to incur. If property is cleaned after fees. If you need better clarification, I will meet you after the meeting. Those are my suggestions on the meeting. Mr. Cole, did I?
Mr. Crandall's name is misspelled at the top of page 2.
Apparently I need to read through these.
Don't worry, I got you.
Thank you.
Do any other commission members have any corrections to these minutes? Okay, if there are no further corrections, the minutes are approved with the updated corrections. At this time, if there is anybody that will be speaking on behalf in an agenda, we'll go ahead and have you stand up, and Miss Tammy will swear you in because you must be sworn in before you can address the commission members. No, if you just want to stand where you are, if you want to speak on any of the agendas, please stand and she will swear you in. All at once.
Everyone.
Sorry, not individual.
If everyone will raise their right hand. State your names. Do you swear or affirm that you will testify truthfully here under penalty of law?
Yes.
Okay. The first item of business is discussion items. Ms. Kelly, if you could come and speak on the amendment of the cannabis ordinance.
Perfect. So, thank you, Commission. So this is just an update on the amendment to the cannabis ordinance. We brought the idea up to you guys 4 or 5 months ago, that we were looking to amend the cannabis ordinance. So the number of cannabis establishments reflected the number of alcohol licenses we have in the city. And Ms. Baca requested just an update on it. We had originally given a first draft to Ms. Kimberly Rudd, who has left us, and is no longer our attorney. So I asked Mr. Williams if he could find that draft he'd sent so we can get it restarted. So that's the update on that one.
Thank you. If you can go ahead and speak on behalf of the public comments on the inspection ordinance.
Perfect. So the inspection ordinance is still in its public hearing. That is the ordinance that you guys recommended for approval at the last meeting. We did get some public comments that may include planning and zoning. And one of those is people would like to know if they can get extra time before they start inspections, which is good, something I can give. But there were some individuals that asked for months extension versus what I felt comfortable I could give. So I was wondering if those could come here, that if someone needed more than what the 2 weeks, 3 weeks that I could give extension, that we could have a meeting here where planning and zoning could approve or deny an extension from the landowner. So before I recommended that to council, I wanted to see if that was something this board would be interested in listening to.
I like the idea.
Okay.
Personally.
It'd be great if you came to us with a reason why.
Perfect. That's something I'll do. Ms. Vornabaka did request some guidelines for this meeting. Sorry, for this board. So one thing I would probably do is actually do an ordinance amendment to specify that this board also heard some code enforcement issues as well. It's kind of covered because it talks about ordinances, but I think it could be clear. But that is that update on public comments. There's no action needed. I'll just wanted to make sure it was okay with you guys before I pitched it to city council when they go to accept or deny the ordinance.
We will go on to our action items. The first item on the agenda is public hearing for resolution PC number 2026-2027-01. It's a resolution for the variance of an accessory building that is non-conforming at 1517 South Globe Avenue, submitted by Nathan Dodge. I will entertain a motion to enter into public hearing.
So move. Oh, second.
I have a motion from Mrs. Good and a second by Mr. James. All of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? We are now in public hearing. Ms. Kelly, if you could. please.
Perfect. There are some people I believe who are here to speak on this, but I'll go through just the fine details and then I'll hand the mic over. Ms. Sandy, will you go to the next one, please? So the variance request one in front of you is, as Ms. Bach has explained, it is for as an accessory building that is non-conforming at 1517 South Globe. Here's just some basic information on that, with the resolution number, when the meeting date would be, and the proposed use, which is an accessory building that is over height and inside setback. Here's a picture of the property. And then we did a map so you can see where that area is. You can see we got Globe Street and that little pin is that property. So this is what the variance specifically requests. An accessory building can be 12 feet max. The applicant is asking for 14 feet, which is 2 feet over. And the applicant is asking to put the building right against the side property line. An accessory buildings are supposed to have a 3-foot minimum setback. Those are what those requests are, Ms. Kim. Here are your ordinance numbers, maximum sidewall height and permitted location. Here is your finding of facts. We sent this letter out to 6 public utilities and 10 property owners. That was certified mail. And then, oh, can you go back? Oh, back. I wasn't know that other one. Oh. One more.
Where you spell?
Um,
Go on the left side there. Slides and just have it flip on that.
yeah, I think it's number 5, Miss Tammy. Or maybe number 6. You can start it number 7. Keep going. It's number 7 if you want to push play from there. Hit slideshow. Nothing, you can just, oh, you're good. Just skip through to it. Miss Tammy's been nice enough to take over for Miss Chris because Miss Chris is out. So this is Miss Tammy's first meeting and she's doing fantastic.
Thank you.
They tried to teach me and it just water off a duck's back. Perfect. So 16 letters were sent out. We got 14 return slips. This one did have some protests against it. So we had, and this is outdated because we did receive a letter today, 1 in support, 4 in protest. And I'll go over the protest in just a second. Ms. Tammy, you can go to slide 8. So we've started putting conditions on these. The conditions, for those who weren't here last time when we did this, they are stuff that is already in the ordinance, just stuff we're highlighting. Conditions can't be something that I can't make him paint the building green unless there's an ordinance that says green. It just highlights problems that may come down that staff see. So this one had 5 conditions that are recommended by staff. First one is all governmental permits, including flood zone permits, are in place before construction. This isn't a flood zone. The applicant recognizes the accessory building will abut a platted but undeveloped city-owned roadway. The city will not consider the structure's location, comfort, access, or resale value when making decisions about utility easements, placements, or repairs or future roadways. The applicant is responsible for all runoff from the structure and may not use the abutting city property for storm runoff. Future additions are not automatically approved under the variance and will require additional approval. This approval is for an accessory structure only. If remodeled for residential use, the property would not meet multiple family dwelling standards, zoning setbacks and access, and would need a new variance for a non-conforming property. This last one. So you do have some letters of protest. I included those in your packet. The basic for it, and those 4 letters of protest, 2 were from the same household. So 3 households protested, 4 people protested. Your first one, would you like me to read what we have, or would you just like me to summarize?
If you could summarize.
Summarize, perfect. So the first one was that they had concern over the construction of a commercial shop against the street from the residents. And we did check with the applicant. This is meant to be a residential shop for storage. She's concerned about public safety because the location is immediately adjacent to a school where children are walking frequently. And a new commercial establishment would likely increase volume traffic and congestion. And she requests that those be taken into consideration. Let me see. We did receive another one. They felt that the city had ordinances and therefore the ordinances should be followed and no variations should be discussed. They are already concerned about the traffic and nuisance with cars in and out, blocking the roadway, loading and unloading equipment. And then they had concerns about running well waters. And they're afraid that the building will worsen the conditions. And then the last one that was a written letter was about the additional traffic, blocking the roadway, and a lot of people coming and going and the well water being used. They're separate from that, but it was brought up on this. So that is all I have. If you have any questions, I'll stand for them. If not, I will hand the microphone to anyone who'd like to speak.
Did you say there was one support?
Yes, we did. They did not give their reasoning. They just checked. I will support, but will not attend.
I do have a question. The right of way of the road, that has not been vacated, right?
Correct.
So it's possible that the setback is further than 3 feet, correct?
No, so the setback for them would be 3 feet for the accessory building, because it's from their property line back.
I
you-
thought, I had assumed that, setbacks for street side setbacks, I guess, were about 15 feet.
No.
No, okay. Is there any possible plans in the future for that street to be developed? Because I do know that there was a large house that was, built behind Valencia.
So there's currently not from the city. However, that is a subdivision that does have lots. They're still for sale. So there is a possibility if somebody a little further does want a house, they would need to bring that road in. And they could choose to bring another road in or bring in that road. So yes, there is a possibility that road would be developed.
Just for clarification, this property is the property that we actually had somebody come before us wanting to build a home. And because the roads were not already there, they were liable for building the roads.
Correct.
So that right there is a possibility for those homes that do not have access. Any other question? Kelly, I do have a question.
Yes.
The items that you suggest, when we make a motion, do we need to add that into our motion?
Yes.
Okay,
You would say including staff's recommendations.
okay.
If so choose, if you'd like to add them, subtract them, amend them, that would also be included, whatever you guys would like to see the final product.
I have a question. It's not used for commercial purposes like those letters are stating. It's just going to be personal.
Correct. And I'll allow the property owner to speak more to it, but that is a single family residential area. And it is not allowable for a business. If they want to do a home occupation, that is allowable, but you can't have any of that outside. It has to be all conducted within the building, but they have not applied for that or given me any reason to believe that's what they're doing. You have any?
In the audience who wants to speak?
So I
If-
do,
If you could
Yes.
do me a favor and state your name.
yes, ma'am. Nathan Dodge. We have not, I'm not trying to put a business in there. I have a business on 815 East Brazos. I have a metal building that has our sign on it for our construction and stuff. So it won't be a commercial building. As far as the rest of all that goes, the complaints of high traffic and stuff. I mean, Globe has a lot of traffic in itself. Like I told Kelly on the phone, I said, yeah, do we have Thanksgiving and Christmas and everything there? Yeah, at my house, yeah, because it's usually one of the biggest. And told her I have 51 first cousins and my wife has 31 first cousins. So whenever we get together, there's a lot of people and a lot of family there. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than that. Whenever I did put in my yard, we did have a trailer out there with sod on it, 5 pallets of sod, and then also had some trees put out there, and we ended up letting them sit out there a couple days in a row. We dumped some rock, just like they do everywhere else. I mean, I don't think I have high traffic of stuff going in and out of there other than anybody else, but that's the only thing I can think of for whenever we were landscaping and kind of building and doing a lot of, I mean, I put the fence up and then it got held and then I redid the fence. So put new sheets on it. So I mean, I don't think it's any other extra commercial or construction other than going on than what anybody else would do. So
So I'm gonna ask because I know that those who are protesting it did say it seems like it's gonna be a commercial. 40 by 50 is pretty big.
Right, I'm gonna put my camper in there. That's why I wanted 14-foot sidewalls. So I could park my camper inside as opposed to outside. And then I also we have other equipment that we don't have any storage for. I have a Bobcat that does not have any storage. It's outside right now. I'd probably park that in there and leave it in there. And then also have a boat that's outside right now. That would go in there. And then to tell you the truth, probably the rest of it would be a basketball court for my kids to shoot in and pitch eventually. Hopefully, I have a couple pitchers in softball. So I think, and then also maybe put a volleyball net up in there so that our kids can play even in the winter time whenever it's cold. I mean, it is a big building. It is going to be a big building. It's the same exact building structure that I have over on East Brazos. I mean, it's same color scheme, everything. And I be honest with you, I bought the building 3 years ago, and it was because we bought them at the same time, and I got a pretty good deal on them. And we've had it sitting in another building in Clovis for the last 3 years. I just haven't got around to putting it up. So
Can you tell me why you're not wanting to allow the 3-foot setback?
I just thought on the previous house I owned was on 305 East 16th, and I used my building as the fence. And so I put it off right against it, and I took out the fence, and that was kind of my fence. And I just thought, when I get that 3-foot area in the back, all I'm gonna do is get weeds in there and grow weeds. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to do anything with it. So I just thought if I set it all the way, and I don't know if they gave you the drawing, but it's in the northeast corner of the lot, kind of towards the school. And I just thought I don't have no neighbors there. I probably won't obstruct anything of theirs as opposed to putting it on the alley side.
There are lots there, though, that you will eventually have neighbors. So I think that,
So the lot that's owned behind me is Steve Salas owns it, and he bought that. He's already put a container there where he has it. And then Steve Salas has bought the 2 lots behind me. And then all the rest of the lots were purchased by the Dumas. And they're the ones that are building the big house back there. And I asked him the other day, do you plan on developing that? And he said, no, I bought them because I don't want to have neighbors. I mean, I'll be honest with you. That's what he said. He said, because he's already developed that road on, I think, Ithaca. Yeah. He developed that road on Ithaca so that he could access his property. And then I asked him, I said, do you plan on doing anything there? And he goes, no, I don't want neighbors. We don't want people around us. This will kind of limit who I get around me. He said, we'll just have the school and that's about it. So.
my concern, though, is that I know we all have intentions of living somewhere, and then we up and move. And
Right.
we do have the easements for the city for those roads, just in case. And he may decide to
Sell it.
split all that off, and
Right.
we're still, we have to look at the future of what is gonna go in there. So, I mean, we have to look at what's now and what's in the future, and we have to do what's best. Does any other members have any questions or concerns?
Would you be willing to gutter it on that north side?
Yeah, I could gutter it and run the water back into my property, and I do have a curb underneath my fence. It's all 6-inch curb. So we do contain our own water right now, so it wouldn't be like it running off. I mean, it is contained.
And you're talking about if it's approved, putting that building and you'll take out the existing fence and it'll just be.
Just be the-
taller,
Mhm.
that area.
Yes, sir. It'll be up to 14 foot on that area.
Do we have any other comments, questions? Anybody from the audience? Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I will entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Cole and a second by Mr. James. All of those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All of those opposed. We're now in regular session. I will entertain a motion to approve PC number 2025-2026-22.
I make that motion to approve it.
With the staff recommendations,
Yes, with the staff recommendations, yes.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Mr. James and a second by Mr. Cole with the additions. Can we have a roll call, please?
Ms. Good,
Yes.
Mr. James,
Yes.
Mr. Crandall,
No.
Ms. Baca,
No.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
Mr. Cole.
Yes.
The motion has been approved by a majority. The next item is public hearing for resolution number 2026-2027-02. It's a resolution for the variance of a fence that is non-conforming at 1604 South Avenue A, submitted by Ruben Reyna. I will entertain a motion to go into public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Cole and I have a second by Mr. Crandall. All of those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All of those opposed? We are now in public hearing.
Thank you, Commission. So this is your second variance. Just information. This is for a fence at 1604 South Avenue A. Requesting a 6-foot fence in the front yard setback. Ms. Tammy, if you go to the next one, please. Here is a picture of the property. This is a vacant lot currently. It does have the fence in the back area because you are allowed a 6-foot in the rear area. The applicant did not move forward building the front part of it until he found out if he'd be approved through this commission or not. And then, of course, I put a little map of where the house is in the city. It's funny. So yes, our ordinance says you are allowed a 48 inches fence in your front setback, which is 20 feet from your front property line and back. This applicant would like to do 6 foot all around. Sammy? Here are just your ordinances, which is at section 213, wall fence or hedge that may be maintained. Sammy? So we sent this out to 15 certified letters. We received 1 for, 1 against. The 1 for check the box, they were for it. The 1 against did call and they had concerns that a 6-foot fence would block view from vehicles going here. This is not a corner property, which is where we usually have the most problems with that, but that was that person's concern. This one didn't have as many conditions. All governmental approvals such as zoning verification forms need to be in place before construction, and any future construction that changes the placement of the fence is not covered by this variance. A new variance must be applied for, or the fence height reduced to a maximum of 4 feet if he moves the fence. Moves it 2 feet forward, moves it 2 feet back, not covered by the permit. That's just showing you the support, the protest. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to stand. If not, there are applicants here as well.
Can you speak on the protest?
Yes, so they did give me a call and they were concerned that someone coming down the road would not be able to see as clearly if somebody was coming on the cross street. If it was a 4 foot, or if it's 6 foot. 4 foot, you'd be able to see easier over. 6 feet, if they're afraid it might block it. They said it's not a corner property. We do clear sight triangles on corner properties and can push that setback even further.
There's a stop sign there, I believe, right on that area of concern.
I'm gonna look over. Yeah.
Yes, there's the stop sign up there and there's a bush that you could not see through.
So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
Hey,
open.
oh, yeah.
can of worms.
We're gonna flip them over, but yes, there's a stop sign
Honest.
and there is a 6-foot fence across in the front setback right across the street on the neighbors.
Can you, just to elaborate on the person that is protesting, can you tell us in the vicinity, are they on the sides? Or
It's
the
a direct
front,
neighbor.
Or is it's what?
It'll be a direct neighbor.
A direct neighbor. Okay. Okay. I will open it to the floor if anybody who would like to speak on this. If you could please state your name.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ruben Reyna. Just a little bit about myself. In '95, I used to live out here till '99. In '95, I bought this property almost 31 years ago. My plan was when I got married, I was going to build on it. I decided to take a different way. So I went into the United States Army. I did all my service in the United States Army, retired as a civil engineer officer, and this is the place I decided I wanted to come home and live for the rest of my days here. Coming here, my plan was to put a fence around it, a brand new fence around it, and just kind of stay to myself. And I did get the rules from Miss Kelly. Miss Kelly said that that it had to be 4 feet. Some of my issues that I had is I don't want a 4-foot fence. I want a 6-foot fence for privacy. I do have equipment. I have seen drive-bys, slow drive-bys coming by my house and through the alley, looking at my equipment, and I'm gonna do everything I can to protect my equipment. The other thing is I'm giving them a brand new fence, brand new cedar wood fence. It's gonna make the area a lot more looking better. I was told that it had to be 6 feet. Is it 6 feet from the 5-foot setback? My fence line is 10 feet in from the curb. 10 feet in. Now, if you was to put a vehicle on the side of the road, parked on the side of the road, that's 7 more feet. So that means that's 10 plus 7, that's 17 feet. If my neighbor cannot back out of 17 feet to be able to see vehicles coming, that's a lot to give. So all I want is to be able to build my fence. My neighbor across the street has a 6-foot fence. If you go down the road, there's a 6-foot fence also. I just want the privacy and I want the security, the protection. That's all. And, you know, like I said, I did my service in the military, retired as a civil engineer officer, and that's all I want. I'm not here to disrupt anything. I just would like to have my 6-foot fence. That's all. And I think that if I wanted to put the 5-foot up to 5 foot, I would have done that, but I didn't. I took the consideration, put it 10 foot away from the curb, plus with the vehicle parks right there, that's 7 more feet. So that's 17 feet that they can pull out and be able to see. So Mr. Cody here has more facts that he would like to share with you. Do you have any questions for me?
I do want to clarify that where you have your fence, you already have the poles up.
I
And-
do.
And I saw that it was exactly in line with a portable carport.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly. My neighbor has a portable carport exactly right there, and I lined it up with his. So his carport is the same length of my poles where the street is.
thank you for the clarification.
Any other questions from Cody? Thank you.
If you could state your name.
Yes, I was fixing to Miss
Thank
Baca.
you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Cody Gus. I've been helping Mr. Rubin get his property up and going. When we started setting all the poles on everything, we took into consideration his neighbor has got the carport right there. That carport is 10 foot off the curb. So that's where we lined the front poles up until we could see which way we were going to go. And I mean, even at that, they're wanting to complain about line of sight. Well, Mr. Rubin's got a 4-door long bed pickup. Overall length, that's 21 foot. 17 foot's gonna put it in front of the windshield if you're backing out. There's obstructions on the corner property right there by the stop sign. That's gonna obstruct more vision than that fence would. I've got pictures on my phone of that, but. And then there's the one 6-foot fence across the road, which that's what we were going off of. And then right now, down on the next block, there's another 6-foot fence in the front yard. And I mean, let's see here, we covered that. And then like Mr. Rubin was saying, us vets do kind of like our privacy and don't like people looking at what we've got. And I've witnessed a lot of the slow drive-bys while we've been out there working. And all the both of us ask is that we can get the 6-foot fence approved because it will better the appearance of that neighborhood instead of a vacant lot sitting there. And to give him his privacy, as I mean, all of us like our privacy. And other than that, I mean, that's pretty much all we've got. I mean, we're just asking so that we can move on and get it up. So he feels safer. It keeps his equipment and everything else of his a lot safer. Because a 4-foot fence, anybody can go over and take whatever they want. So hopefully we can get it approved. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Is there any other questions or comments, even for Kelly? I will entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved. Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Cole, a second by Mr. James. Everybody all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All of those opposed, we are now in regular session. I will entertain a motion to approve PC number 2025-2026-22.
I'll make the motion to approve it.
I have a motion by Mr. James and a second by Mrs. Good. All of those, oh, I'm sorry.
Is that with the staff recommendations?
With the staff
Oh.
recommendation, sorry.
Thank you. Thank you for clarification. Ms. Tammy, can we go ahead and have a roll call, please?
Mr. Cole,
Yes.
Mr. Crandall,
Yes.
Ms. Baca,
Yes.
Ms. Good. Yes. Mr. James,
Yes.
Mr. Christensen,
Yes.
It has been approved. Mr. Reyna, I just want to say thank you for your service. Anybody who serves this country has all of my respect.
thank you for coming back to work.
Yes. The next item on the agenda is other business. Do we have any staff items that we need to speak about?
We don't have any staff items before the applicants leave. This will be going to city council August 18th at 5:30 in this building. And council is the one that gives the final thumbs up. So that's all I have.
Do we have anything from the commission members?
The only thing your resolutions that has both of our names on it, please, my name spelled incorrectly, and I don't need it.
So I do have some items, as y'all noticed, the minutes were approved differently. We didn't take a vote, and it doesn't need to have a vote as long as everybody, as long as the chair asks the committee, the commissioners, if they have any changes. There could be changes, and if there isn't, then it could go ahead and be moved forward on approval. The next item, and I know that we're doing some little changes, and it's just so that the meeting flows a little bit better. Just like swearing in anybody who is wanting to speak on an agenda. So I was gonna kind of put this in place, but I don't want to seem like a monarchy up here saying what we're going to be doing. So I would just like to note for the commission board that public hearings are not a formality. Defined as a separate parliamentary procedure under Robert's Rules of Order, which is what we follow in procedures. They generally function as informational sessions or special orders of business guided by an organization's bylaws or local statutes. Since the rules do not prescribe special opening or closing protocols of such hearings, the proceeding officer manages them using their general authority to facilitate the meeting and maintain an orderly agenda. Ms. Kelly, that's why I asked you if we had the bylaws, and there was nothing in the bylaws that states that we have to have a vote to go into public hearing or coming out of public hearing. So going forward, And because I told you, I'm not a monarchy, I want feedback from you. We can continue the way that it's going or going forward. Since a motion is required, is not, I'm sorry. Since no motion is required for the opening or closing of public hearing, the chair will simply announce the start and the end of the hearing. For example, if there is only one item on the agenda, the following will be stated for the opening of the public hearing. We will now open the public hearing for item such and such. We will have the presentation on it, and then for the closing of the public hearing, it will be stated that seeing no further questions or public comments, the public hearing for item such and such is now closed. Now, if we have additional items, like tonight, we had 2, and there's been some times where we've had 7 or 8. And it gets cumbersome coming in and out of public hearing. So, for the closing of multiple items on the agenda with the public hearing, the actions that will take place will be the following. The opening of the public hearing will be stated. The item will be, it will be presented. The statement of the closing of the public hearing will be, I mean, it's just a statement. The public hearing is now closed on resolution such and such, and then we'll move into a vote. Then the next item will be that the following resolution item will be presented, and then the close of the public hearing will be stated, and then the vote. And then on, so on and so forth. And then at the end, then it will be stated that the closure of the public hearing is declared. Okay. With that being said, I would love to have, I know it. So this is a lot for right now to understand, but in the meetings, we get out of the hoopla of coming in and out of public hearing. And so the other day we had Miss Good, she was out of town, but she was on Zoom. And it's hard to move forward in a free flowing meeting whenever you have people on Zoom. Yes. And so this gets rid of that and we just flow pretty smoothly. So I would like.
I think it's a great idea. We tried to do it 10 years ago and the city attorney said no. And said we had to do it the way we were doing it because this is cumbersome. This would be a way better way to do it.
Right.
We should have been doing it for years. So
Was there
I say,
a backup to the no?
The reasoning it was denied is it was recommended that we have one big public hearing that we open the public hearing, all of the applications are heard in that public hearing and then closed versus opening a public hearing for each application.
With there not being a bylaw that was provided for me, and for Robert's Rules of Order having no governance over it. I mean, I've read the Robert's Rule of Order and I don't even see public hearing. So I don't think that there's any stance for a no of not being able to move forward.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, if I could inject, I talked to Rebecca Martinez of the New Mexico Municipal League, and it is permitted. So the chair of the committee may open and close a public hearing without the votes. And one night I witnessed in here at a planning and zoning about 30 unnecessary steps, and I think that's what she's addressing there. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Another item that I would like to look into or whatever, I don't know how to go about it. So the last meeting that we had somebody who had an application in to us. They were on Zoom. We swore them in, but there was no video, no nothing. So I don't know if we swore in the right person or not. So I would like to have it mandatory that if you are joining a meeting and you are to be speaking on behalf of an agenda or your agenda is before the commission, you have to be visible on Zoom so that we can all verify who you are. And it would be more like you would verify because they are speaking more to you. Okay. Other than that, that is, I know it was lengthy, guys. That is all I had. Anybody else? Oh, right. Seeing as there is no further business before us, the meeting is adjourned.